Just my mental preparation is really what has gotten me to this point, and my confidence that my teammates have put in me. So.
Grayson seemed to really step up, kind of in a tonight. Can you tell me about her and what she added? I mean, there was a 70-6 run in the second quarter, and she played hand in it all.
Yeah, no, she's been doing awesome, and I'm really proud of her because she's outside of her role, and she's really stepping it up, and she looked really comfortable tonight. So.
It pushes people to see who's going to step up next. This is a contact sport. Injuries come and go. It happens. We're used to it. We know it's going to happen, but just knowing how to prepare for what is to come and how to move on, and I feel like our team is doing that. Yeah, we've had a lot of lows, but you have to also look at the highs as well.
You guys obviously facing adversity.
Yeah, a saying that we go by is 2 weeks ago, we were not who we are now, and 2 weeks from now, we won't be who we are right now either. So I would say that we are definitely trusting the process, and we're not who we were months ago. We were not who we were last week or the week before that. But I do believe that we're getting better and we're getting stronger.
I thought it was really effective. I don't think that they were ready for that because they shot the ball so well from the three in Morgantown that we obviously didn't play him zone, couldn't play him zone, and we didn't even prep a lot with our zone. But we always spend time because you just never know what you're going to get with us right now. So we always spend time prepping both. We just spent more time on our man defense. But they were struggling a little bit behind the arc, and what killed us, though, is the offensive rebounding. That's the risk you take when you play a lot of zone is you give up a lot on the offensive glass because you're not matched up man-to-man. So that killed us a little bit, but.
What do you have to say about those two who are sitting next to you? Obviously, today.
I can't say enough about these guys. I can't say enough about that entire locker room. This is what we talked about today before the game is results and reasons. Like, all these guys, they have every reason to quit. They each have had their own, it's been a long year. And, when you think about what some of these guys have been through since they've been at Tech, they haven't just lost a coach. They've lost multiple coaches. They've lost multiple teammates, battled through injuries. Some of them are transfers. So, this is supposed to be their second home, a fresh start, a new beginning. And so we talked about this whole week of what this week was about, what this game was about. It's not just about a game, not just about us. So every single kid in that locker room they all have their reasons to give up, to give in, to quit, to make excuses, to shut it down, wait for the new coach to come in and start all over again. So you have your reasons, or you can get the results that you want. You can, you cannot give in, you cannot quit. As long as you wake up and you have air and you have health, then that's your reason. That's your reason to keep fighting. That's your reason to not give up, regardless of the record, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the situation. As long as you wake up, that's your reason. As long as you wake up and you're healthy and you have air in your lungs, and you have a reason. And so these guys are buying into that, and I'm incredibly proud of them. Incredibly proud of Zuri and Brew, along with Jada and Aaron and Lindsay and Brielle and Grayson and Angel and Haley and Ayana and Dio. I'm proud of this entire team. We're better today than we were 2 weeks ago. And, you heard it from them. I just hope that we can be better 2 weeks from now than we were today. We still have games to play, so we still have reasons to keep fighting.
Grayson ran the floor really well today. And kind of played both guard positions and spearheaded that 17-6 run to make it close at the end of the second quarter. Just talk about her game and how much she's developing at, I guess, both those positions.
Yeah, and so she was super excited when we added Haley. Because she thought that she'd never have to play point again. And I was like, surprise, doesn't work like that. So Haley's provided some depth for us, especially in practice. But the reality is Haley is still a walk-on athlete, and Grayson was a heavily recruited scholarship athlete. And Angel is a freshman, and she's right now going through some growing pains right now. And so we've had to play Grayson a little more at the point this past week. And I thought she handled it really, really well. And she gave us everything she had. I thought she gave it everything she had. And I put her back in at the end of the game and took Angel out because, the clock wasn't her friend. And Grayson plays with a great deal of pace and energy. And after the game, Grayson was extremely upset. And she said, "I'm sorry." And I said, "You don't have anything to be sorry for. I'm sorry." So that's the kind of fight that you want to see from a kid, and I love that, and I love that kid. I love all these kids.
And then just want to go back to the flu point we talked about yesterday. How many of these kids were fully healthy today?
Maybe about half of them. So our trainer, Jenna Duffick, she came in yesterday. I mean, they had to bomb the whole locker room and, germicide. Everything smelled like Lysol. Every kid and every staff member has their own little handy pack. We've got our mask. It's like a hospital ward in there. But they're fighters, and that's what this week was about. That's what the pink was about, fighting for something bigger than yourself.
Going into this game, what goals did you have set, and how many of those do you feel like were met, the specific ones?
Well, our number one goal was to be committed to defending the three. And I thought we did that. They shot 35%. They hit a couple threes late in the fourth quarter, short clock, as the clock was expiring. I thought for the most part we did a really good job on Pardee. That was one of our goals. Another one of our goals was to be committed to rebounding, and we got out-rebounded by 5. I was disappointed in that one because we've been rebounding the ball so well. We didn't get as many offensive rebounds as I would have liked. So those were the two big ones for us, and the biggest goal was just to fight, to compete, and I thought we did that. For 40 minutes, I thought we did that.
Anything else for Coach? I have one more question, Coach. You talk a lot about your athletes and all they put into this, but what about you? How are you feeling, and how do you think you've been handling all of this?
I am handling this the way that I want them to handle this is I'm controlling the controllables. And I didn't ask for this, but it's okay because there's a lot of things that people don't ask for that life gives them. And it might sound like a cliche to you guys, but it's truly how I live my life. Attitude is a decision. And life really is about 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you handle it. I know I'm new to West Texas, and I know a lot of you don't know my story, but this is not the biggest obstacle or struggle that I've ever had to overcome in my life. I'll tell you that right now. I got an entire family back in Flint, Michigan, who hasn't had clean drinking water in over 2 years. So we're talking about, basketball, and life is so much bigger than that. But I am handling this the way that I want them to handle this, is that life is all about adversity and resiliency. And it's not our fault, it's not your fault, it's not my fault that we're in this situation, but it is our responsibility to make something of this, to grow from this, and to be better because of this.